What's up, man? In this podcast episode, online dating coaches at The Attractive Man, Kal, Lynn, and myself will show you how to optimize your online dating profiles such as Tinder or Bumble to get a lot more matches because let's face it, man, it flat out sucks when you're endlessly swiping and you get very few matches or you're just matching with women that you're not really attracted to. Think about how nice it would be to open up the app and see 50 matches instead of just 2 or 3. We'll also show you how to pick the best online dating profile picture so that when beautiful women see it, they'll be instantly intrigued and they'll want to swipe right. And how to use the look of desire technique to appear like a confident, high-value man and make women instantly attracted to you. Because remember, man, you have to compete against all the other guys on Tinder. And there's a lot of competition, so you gotta stand out from all the other guys. And in today's episode, Kal, Lynn, and myself will show you how. Welcome to the Attractive Man podcast, where we help men become better men. In these episodes, you'll discover how to improve your dating and relationships, how to break through your mental limits that are holding you back, and how to move through life with confidence and purpose. I'm your host, Matt Artisan. How important are the pictures, particularly the first main picture, compared to the other pictures and compared to the bio, would you say?
It really depends on what vibe you're giving off and how you're making her feel. So the energy in your photos are very, very important. You can be an average or even slightly below average, but if you have that confidence, if you have that passion in your eyes, you can attract a lot more women than you probably expect.
That's interesting that you mentioned the eyes, because that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I used to think it's all about like the status, right? Which I think is conveyed in your eyes, but I always thought it was more about like what I'm doing in the pictures that's gonna like win her over. Like, oh, he's in Egypt, he's traveling, he's been to exotic places, he's, on stage playing guitar or whatever. But what we teach in our boot camps is the look of desire, right? It's one of the things we teach. And how to give her that look. It's almost like a look of confidence and swagger, but also like, I know I could have you. I know I could give you the utmost desire if you're so lucky. And actually conveying that same look through your eyes in your online dating profile. Is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people think, oh, as long as I have a photo of me in front of Machu Picchu or something impressive where they're showing off that they're traveling, or a couple of years ago it was petting a tiger, then I'm going to win her over. It's going to look very impressive. And I've actually worked with a private client a couple of days ago. We were going over his Tinder profile and he was very proud of his photos because his photos were impressive in the kind of accomplishments that he was showing off. But almost in every photo, it looked like he was almost timid. He was holding back. One of the photos, he just ran a marathon and he was holding up his number. And it was like he was making himself look small. So that photo actually was doing him a disservice. I advised him to remove that photo because it didn't show that he was proud. It didn't show that he had that hunger for life. It didn't show that he wasn't afraid to be seen. Yes, I got it. I did it. It was like he was making himself very, like he almost wanted to disappear. And that vibe gives so much to a woman. So I always advise, I'd rather you have complete presence and complete confidence in the way that your stance and the way that you're looking into the lens versus you doing something just to do it so you can have a photo moment or photo opportunity, which I think is good news for guys because you can take a couple of weeks or just maybe even a few days, a weekend, and just practice. You don't need to go to some exotic destination. Just practice that look, practice those stances, that body language. They convey so much.
I definitely think that it's important to have the right body language and have a good quality photo that like shows your confidence. But at the same time, if we go back to the idea of social proof and status, I think the idea of status for many men, they always think of like doctors or lawyers. And what I've come to know is that every woman I talk to has a different idea of what status is. Like to some women, they are after a doctor, they are after a lawyer, they are after that. Some women aren't. Some women like to party and they're into that vibe. So it's really about presenting what kind of woman you want. Like whatever status and social proof you're presenting, that's what you're gonna get at the end of the day. So you really have to think about that.
I agree. And I think also one thing that is not commonly known is when social proof also conveys in your social friends and in the gatherings and the group photos that you're presenting. The people that you're showing in your photos, they're going to represent you. And the person that's looking at your photos is going to look at who you're hanging out with. Another additional tip is, as a man, if you're going to have photos when in a group setting with other women, that actually heightens your social status because it shows, okay, here's a guy that actually has friends with higher caliber females. He can get them. He's not desperate and eager and has no female friends at all. It actually triggers our competitiveness. It's kind of like I always say it's the rooster and the chickens and the hens. Right? We look at these other women like, oh no, okay, I see what we're in for. I'm going after this. It makes them even more attractive.
Yeah, definitely not. Kal, you're probably going to say this, but make sure it's not your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that too. And I was also going to say, don't make every photo you with a bunch of women, because then that's just going to put off a vibe like, oh, this guy's a player, this guy just trying to have sex or whatever. And also it comes off more needy if you only have pictures of you and women, because it's like, oh, look, I have women. Instead, like you want to have pictures with your friends, you want to have pictures of you alone, you want to have pictures with women. You want to hit every scenario, right? You want to have a complete life, basically.
I love that, Kal, and I completely agree. What I always like to say is what we just discussed is the photos are the most important, the essential part of representing yourself online and on these dating apps. So you want to put the most emphasis. And when she's scrolling through your photos, you really want to give a visual storybook or storyline of your life. You want to show that you are an interesting guy that is about all different kinds of things, and that's complex and that's exciting. If you keep on showing the same image not the same image, but if you keep on showing the same style just in different situations, it gets not only a little bit boring for her, but it also makes it easy for her to sum you up. So for example, if all of your photos are you partying or rock and roll, she's gonna look at your photos, go through and be like, okay, yeah, I can figure him out. I know what he's about. He's a rocker. Next. Or maybe that's what she's about. But you wanna make it very difficult for her to pigeonhole you or to categorize you. And you want to incite that intrigue from her. Like, oh my gosh, he has a photo of him in a suit. There's a photo of him with his friends. There's a photo of him doing something adventurous and athletic, and then there's a photo of him being affectionate with his animals. I can't really put my thumb on it. What is he about? I'm interested now.
You're not Tiger King.
Oh, no Tiger King, no Joe Exotic over here.
No Tiger King photos? Those are out? Hey, you can make her laugh with them.
I photoshopped actually my face to a Tiger King photo with Joe Exotic, and I was sending those pictures out.
But that's funny.
It was funny. It was like everyone's watching it, so it triggered people to respond. So
yeah, it's relevant. By the way, guys, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing, because we have a lot of tips videos, podcast style videos like this one, and in-field video breakdowns coming your way, and you don't want to miss them. Yeah, I think that's a really important, Lynn, is it makes the guy seem more mysterious and more of a multi-dimensional man. Like, he's very well-rounded. I like that. I like those examples that you gave. Like, one picture, he's wearing a suit. The other one, he's like playing guitar. And then there's one with a dog. And there's one with a baby. And there's one skydiving. And then there's one near the Eiffel Tower. It's like, oh, he does everything. He's into this and he's into that. And I think that definitely makes the guy more interesting. And I think what's also important that you said, that you both touched on, is that concept of status when it comes to your pictures. And a lot of guys, we see a picture of us and we look at the face and we're like, oh, this looks pretty good, I'm going to throw this up there. Or this looks good because I'm with a tiger or I'm traveling or whatever. But we don't think about how we're really coming off. Like, does this picture make you look confident? Because that's going to be way more important versus the tiger or the Eiffel Tower in the background. Is like, do you look confident? I see a lot of guys' pictures where they look kind of closed off, bad body language, or you can just see it in their eyes. They're not really having fun. Like a lot of us, I think guys more than girls, we get very awkward in front of the camera. To me, it seems like girls are always taking pictures and they love taking pictures all the time. I always forget to take pictures even when I'm doing cool things. Like it's just not something that's always on my mind, I think, like a lot of women. So, and I think a lot of guys can relate to that. So oftentimes we get kind of awkward in front of the camera, or maybe not awkward, but we're just not at our most confident self. So I think one thing is just have somebody, a roommate, a friend, snap some pictures of you. If you know a photographer, you can hire a photographer, great. With a DSLR camera, that's going to be your best, but second best would be an iPhone, which is pretty high up there, almost in comparison. And take like 100 or even more pictures. You're probably going to get one good picture out of 100.
Absolutely. And I also want to add to that is the selfie, the question of the selfie,
no.
the infamous.
No selfies.
Yes. So I believe that there's a little bit of a double standard here. I believe that if a guy's looking at a girl's profile and he sees that she has a couple of selfies, he might roll his eyes a little bit, but it's not, for the most part, for most guys, going to be a deal breaker. However, for a lot of girls, if they see a guy with a lot of selfies, or selfies that, especially if the selfies are not flattering, it's a little red flaggish. It can say a couple things. It can say, okay, does this guy not have a social group, any friends or family around him that can take photos for him? Does this guy not have anything exciting going on in his life where the photos that he's putting up online? Because remember, the photos that you're putting up online should be the very best photos that you have ever. So if one of them is just of you looking a little blah in front of the bathroom, that's really the best photo. So again, the girl might think, okay, does he not have anything exciting going on in his life where he has ample photos to choose from, and he chose this one? And then the third one is, okay, so maybe this guy's just very self-centered and conceited and just loves taking a lot of selfies. So be careful of the selfies. There are some examples that it can work. Like, for example, if you're doing something really cool and it's obvious that there isn't an opportunity for someone to take a photo, or if you really feel like you look fantastic and you show confidence, there are always exceptions. But for the most part, I would say practice either if you don't have anyone to take photos for you, putting the phone up on something, a bookshelf or a tripod, selfie stick, and using the timer. I think that would look much better than the constant selfies.
Or if you're with a group of friends too, I think that's okay. Like all your friends are like this. But yeah, that's a really good point. I love what you said, that I don't know if word for word now, but you said basically this is the best of your life. Can you repeat that? Do you remember what you said?
Yeah. So when you're putting up these photos on your profile, you're picking and choosing, right? And you're picking and choosing from all the photos that you have of yourself. So they should be the best of the best. And if one of them is an unflattering photo of you doing a selfie, it's like, okay, does this guy not have a very exciting life where the most exciting that he has is a selfie of himself in the bathroom? I don't want to sign up to that. I don't want to be with a guy that this is what his life is about. I want someone that enjoys his life, that's on an adventure, that is having fun. Someone that keeps me on my toes.
That's a good point. So guys, look at your pictures on your Tinder profile or Bumble or whatever, and ask yourself, are these the best of the best? Are these the best of your life? By the way, guys, if you want Lynn to personally help you one-on-one and review your dating profile, your online profile, and review your pictures and tell you which pictures are great, which pictures are working for you, and which pictures are pushing women away that you need to eliminate, and what kind of pictures you need to go out and take, as well as critique your bio and your first messages that you're sending out, help you craft a new bio and a much better first message, then make sure to click the link in the description. I'm going to put a link for a full profile online dating makeover with Lynn, because having not just a woman, but a female dating coach who's an expert at online dating review your profile is absolutely invaluable. So take advantage of that and check out that link in the description. And listen, guys, if you want to be trained by myself, Lynn, or Kal, then make sure to check out our bootcamp schedule. We'll put a link down in the description, and also hop on a free breakthrough call with one of our team members to see if you qualify for live coaching, and we'll also give you a ton of value on that call. That link is also in the description. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more dating tips, and click that bell notification icon because we have a lot of awesome videos coming your way, including in-field video breakdowns. We're actually approaching live women and breaking down the entire interaction. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at MattArtisan and send me a DM. I would love to chat with you. And leave a comment down in the description. Let us know what you thought of this video, maybe other things that have worked really well for you when it comes to online dating, so you can help other guys out, because we can all learn from each other. Or things that you're struggling with when it comes to online dating or any style of dating, and we can make a video about that. My name's Matt Artisan with Kal and Lynn from the Attractive Man team, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.